just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Wentz now to throw. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter, because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Eagles very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here, because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Good to have.
Throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there. Forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taken in at the 11. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And
into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Eagles 7, Commanders nothing. Jake Elliott kicking off for Philadelphia.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Wentz going to throw. Thomas has got it, complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw is Wentz.
Wow.
Thomas brings it in. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on third and medium to pick up the first.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. Gibson. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
They're holding them out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
One more time with Gibson. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is third and goal. Now Wentz.
Get the fuck out of here.
Touchdown.
That's the ball.
Washington. Antonio Gibson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Commanders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely...
He's got a man complete. some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone and marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Pressure gets to him again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Wentz and the Commanders staring down a 3rd and long now after that sack. Straight ahead, Gibson. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They needed a lot of yards there. They run it and come up just a little bit short.
Yeah, and give a lot of credit to the defense, because they didn't back off and play so loose that there was room to run. They were right there and stopped it for no gain, even in a long yardage situation.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Over the middle, complete. It's Sanders. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit, because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Here's Aaron Siposs out now to punt on 4th down. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Wentz. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. A big game here for Carson Wentz. He mostly got cheers. Some boos smattered in when he was announced before the game, but 35-32-1 was Wentz in his 5 years as the Phillies starter. His best year, well, you remember that one, 2017, finished 3rd at MVP voting, but a knee injury ended his season late and opened the door for Nick Foles to carry the Eagles to a Super Bowl title. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. Taken at about the 36. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards on the return that time. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Miles Sanders, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. To the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of it. On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Darius Slay with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They've had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that's a wake-up call for him.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
I'm going to give them a ton of credit here because they're just refusing to give that other sideline any kind of hope. That safety not only kills the drive, but adds to a big early lead. And the way that this one's going, I would expect that lead to continue to grow in the ensuing possessions.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll fake the give to Sanders. Now Hurts rolling to his right. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They go play action with Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
They'll try and pick it up by running the action to the right. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take over once again, and they'll have their own 8-yard line. Second straight drive here, Charles, that has ended with an interception.
I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does he lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before half for Wentz. This is caught by Hilton. He's at the 50.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here, as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
Wentz bringing the Commanders out for 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line. Throwing now is Wentz. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
Wentz now on first down. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown on the season.
And the Commanders are able to cut into that deficit. Now Joey Sly for the point after.
And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away.
This one will be taken by the up man inside the 15.
And does Washington have it? They do. So a turnover there on the kickoff. And don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting, because when you're trailing in a game, these are the mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington.
A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Commanders have cut it back within a score.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Kaiser White. He's at the 50. 30. 10. 5. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
72 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Another run with Sanders. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It was Daron Payne who got in there to make the play.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run. Right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly...
and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. There's Jamin Davis, the former Kentucky Wildcat, under the pressure that time.
Like how they started the third quarter here. They forced a punch in the first drive after this sack, and it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. And this is caught by Watkins.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 30.
Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
On first down, Hurts.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right.
Hurts fumbles it, and it's Washington that scoops it up.
He's at the 50, the 40. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to it, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Antonio Gibson
with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Commanders have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd.
And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he'll go down, and that will do it. for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. Here's Hurts. They'll roll him out right. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets them down to the 6-yard line. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Left side here to Sanders. Touchdown! Miles Sanders. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Eagles will add to their 4th quarter lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now it's the backup, Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw is Mariota. Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2nd and 11 now. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether
it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback, you have a much better opportunity.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
To throw again on second down. Hurts.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one. They thought it was a touchdown. Incompletions on the first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to make it fourth down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
You need to get the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you just hold a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Wentz.
Fighting Hilton on his slant.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. He was able to run free after the catch.
Completes it to Hilton.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Wentz to throw.
Throw right side, taken in by Gibson.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
To throw is Wentz. Caught left side by Hilton. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now Wentz. And this one is incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Back to throw. Wentz.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
And the Eagles have just about sewn up this football game.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect it. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. counter now. It's Sanders. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Cole Holcomb proving too much there for the offensive line. He gets the sack. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. The Eagles send out their punter now. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for Philadelphia, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Commanders, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.